Hi, I'm Courtney from Shadow Ridge High School. Support for today's Varsity Quiz is provided by Silver State Schools Credit Union.
Coming up next on Varsity Quiz, it's Clark taking on Shadow Ridge. This is Varsity Quiz. Hi, welcome to the 51st season of Varsity Quiz. We've got the best and brightest high school students matching wits in this unique academic competition. Well, tonight, the road to the Silver League Championship continues as defending champion Clark takes on Shadow Ridge. We started with 14 schools in 2 divisions. Here we are at the second of our 2 semifinal matches. Clark defeated Silverado in the quarterfinals. Let's meet their starters. There's Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hi, Nate.
There's Shadman. Hi, Shadman.
Hey, Nate.
Ishan. Hi, Ishan.
Hello.
And Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, the Clark High School Varsity Quiz team. Now for Shadow Ridge, they came out on top over the Las Vegas Academy in the quarterfinals. For Shadow Ridge, the starters are Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
There's John. Hey, John.
Hey, Nate.
Rob.
Hey, Nate.
And Steven.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shadow Ridge. Ready? Let's play Varsity Quiz. Complete this passage by Richard Lamb illustrating parallel structure. Christmas is the time when kids tell Santa what they want and adults pay for it. Deficits are when adults tell the government what they want and their kids blank. We'll go with Clark. Ishan?
Pay for it.
Yes. Points for Clark. Clark on the board. Next question. Name either of the 2 Mediterranean island countries that are members of the British Commonwealth. Shadow Ridge. John?
Malta and Cyprus.
That's correct. Both are correct. So points on the board for Shadow Ridge. Next, the Stone Bridge, the Cornfield, and the Sunken Road were all parts of which civil? Clark. Ishan?
Antietam.
Yes. Next is a calculation question. Insert 4 geometric means between 5 and 1,215. Repeating, insert 4 geometric means between 5 and 1,215. Time. We were looking for 15, 45, 135, and 405. We move on. Name the American author of Cannibalism in the Cars. It tells the story of 24 men marooned on a train by a snowstorm who hold elections to determine which of them is to literally provide the next meal. Clark. Ishan?
King.
Incorrect. Time. We're looking for Mark Twain. Next question. In what form of capitalism do businesses thrive, not as a result? Clark. Ishan?
Crony capitalism.
Yes. Points on the board for Clark. Next question. What letters end the Spanish cognates for these words? Ambitious, capricious, curious, and precise. Clark. Alex?
O.
Incorrect. Time. We're looking for OSO. Next question. In the American Musical Theater, if you found yourself in River City, Iowa, in which show are you appearing? Clark. Blue?
The Music Man?
Yes. Points for Clark. Next question. Tango is to Argentina as samba is? Clark. Ishan?
Brazil.
Yes. What are the 3 jumping events in the Olympic decathlon? Shadow Ridge. Steven?
Long jump, triple jump, high jump.
That is incorrect. I believe that is after the bell. So we needed high jump, long jump, and pole vault. Next question. Buffalo Hump led Native Americans of what tribe in the Great Raid of 1840 on the plains of West Texas? Shadow Ridge. John?
Lakota.
Incorrect. Clark. Shadman?
Anasazi.
No, it was the Comanche. Next question. In 2019, counterfeit alcohol was blamed for at least 10 deaths in which Caribbean country? Clark. Shadman?
Dominican Republic.
Yes. These are regional names for what kind of meteorological phenomena? Khamsin in Egypt, Bora around the Adriatic, Simoom in the Mideast, Ghibli in North Africa, and Pampero in Argentina. Shadow Ridge. John?
Wind.
Yes. Next is a calculation question. For their foreign language requirements, students at Whatsamata University must take Elvish, Klingon, or both. Well, if 50 opt for Elvish and 60 for Klingon, and there are 90 total students. Clark, Shadman?
20.
Yes. John Walker Lind was released early from his 20-year prison sentence in 2019. He'd been convicted of working with an Islamic military organization. By what name was he known? Shadow Ridge, John?
Jihadi John?
No? Did he get it in time? We'll go with Clark. Ishan?
No, Mickey Mouse.
No, it was American Taliban. Next question. Beetles are in the Coleoptera, in the order Coleoptera, which comes from the Greek words koleon, meaning sheathed, and ptera, meaning what? Clark, Shadman?
Wings.
Yes. What ordinal number corresponds to the U.S. Court of Appeals for cases in Alabama, Florida, and Georgia? Clark, Shadman?
4th.
No. Shadow Ridge, John?
6th.
No, it is the 11th. Next question. At one time or another, actors Robert Duvall, Edward Hardwicke, Nigel Bruce, and Martin Freeman have all played which literary physician? Clark, Blue?
John Watson.
Yes. This verse is about what Old West character? When appointed justice of the peace, he served with zeal. His court rules were simple: no hung jury, no appeal. Tapping his gun on the bar, court's in session, he exclaims. He's the law west of the Pecos, just as the sign proclaims. Shadow Ridge, Rob?
Billy the Kid.
Nope. Clark, Ishan?
Doc Holliday.
No, it's Judge Roy Bean. Next question. What city in northern Italy that is mentioned in the Divine Comedy by Dante and the Travel Dialogues of Goethe is part of the title of Shakespeare's tale involving Clark, Ishan?
Venice.
Incorrect. That is an interruption. I will finish the question for Shadow Ridge only. The title of Shakespeare's tale involving two gentlemen. Shadow Ridge, John?
Milan?
No, it was two gentlemen of Verona. No points. We move on. Reword this sentence by incorporating both a double negative and an understatement. Flash flooding was common. Shadow Ridge, Rob?
Flash flooding wasn't not common.
I don't think we can accept that. The judges are thinking about it. Okay, well, incorrect. And Clark, Shadman?
Flash flooding was not uncommon.
That's what we were looking for. Okay, so points for Clark. We move on. These lines from two different poems illustrate what poetic meter? Cannon to the right of them. And just for a handful of silver he left us. Shadow Ridge, Courtney?
Stage directions.
No? I believe that's... You got it in time, so Clark, Ishan?
Iambic pentameter.
No, we're looking for dactyl. Next question is a calculation question. One side of a triangle is twice the second. The third side is 20 meters less than 3 times the second. What's the length of the longest side if its perimeter is 106 meters? I'll repeat. One side of a triangle is twice the second. Third side is 20 meters less than 3 times the second. What's the length? We'll go with Clark. Alex?
53.
Incorrect. Time, we're looking for 43 meters. Nicky the cat has a calico coat. At the first appointment with the vet, Leon is surprised that Dr. Enna already knows what fact about Nicky with absolute certainty. Clark, Shadman?
He's heterozygous.
Incorrect. Shadow Ridge, John?
He has green eyes?
No, the cat is female. What city figures prominently in these novels? Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, Vanity Fair, Adrift in Soho? Clark, Blue?
London.
Yes, and that concludes round 1. But before we move on, let's stop and breathe and learn a little bit more about our players. We'll start with Clark, and we have senior Alex Bean. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Nate.
One of the things you wrote here is you enjoy twisting balloons?
Yes.
Is that like making animals and stuff?
Yeah, I like
or-
the concepts. So like sometimes I can make dogs, I can make horses, I can make
So
some
that's
stuff.
a stress relief hobby?
Yeah, you could say that. Or just Yeah.
Just fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck with the balloon twisting.
Thanks.
Good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Here's 12th grader Shadman. Hi, Shadman.
In a
I'm guessing everybody knows this but me, but explain what is League of Legends?
Yes, so League of Legends is an online multiplayer video game that has millions of people playing it. Last year, I was a diamond ranked player in League of Legends, meaning I was in the top 1%. This year, I'm a challenger player, meaning I'm top 200 in all of North America, which is like top 0.01%.
Now that you mentioned this, Shadman, it's coming back to me from last year, but
Yeah.
it's still unfamiliar. So good luck with your League of Legends. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Here's 12th grader Ishan. Hi, Ishan.
Hello.
Again, I may be setting myself up for something, but here, what is the name of your favorite movie?
So the name of my favorite movie has to be Killer Bean.
And is that
It's-
a real movie?
It's a real movie. It's
Okay.
basically John Wick, except all the characters are coffee beans.
Okay. Well, I'll look for Killer Bean.
I highly recommend everyone who's listening
Okay.
and everyone on Earth to watch
Thank you,
Killer Bean.
Ishan. Good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Here's 10th grader Blue. Hi, Blue.
Hi, Nate.
Now, when you say you enjoy watercolor, is that painting watercolor or just looking at watercolor?
I do watercolor painting in my spare time. Yeah.
And any particular, just landscapes or fruit or
A lot
everything?
of landscape, still lives, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with the watercolor. Good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, Clark High School. Let's meet our players now from Shadow Ridge. We start with 11th grader Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
Tell me what your job is, because you wrote down something fascinating here.
I can be considered a nanny. I go over and I help two little girls do their homework, and then when their older sister comes home, I help her do her math homework. And
How old are the little girls?
7.
Awesome. Well, thank you for doing that. Hope that's working for you, and good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Courtney. Here's 11th grader John. Hi, John.
Hey.
You wrote that you met or saw someone famous at the airport. Do you remember who you wrote?
I think it was the Senate President of the Philippines, but he wasn't at the time. But I saw him like waving around, shaking hands. But I was too scared to actually meet him, even though my
But
mom.
you knew who he was?
No, at the time. But my mom told me who he was.
Oh, okay.
But I was too scared to
So
even
you
meet
had
him.
a near brush with fame.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep doing that, and good luck on Varsity Quiz. Thanks, John. Here's 11th grader Robert. Hi, Robert.
How's it going, Nate?
Mostly sunny, but you knew that. Are you involved in tutoring?
I am. I'm a math tutor.
And is that just at your school or at other schools?
No, that's a private company, Mathnasium. I work
Oh,
for.
I've heard of Mathnasium. And so you have all grade levels?
K through 12.
Awesome.
they're-
Well, good luck with that, and
Yep.
good luck with Varsity Quiz. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Here's 12th grader Stephen. Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
You wrote down that you do some track and field? Mm-hmm. What do you participate in?
I do shot put and discus. I used to do the 400 and high jump.
Wow. Well, good luck with all of that, and good luck here on Varsity Quiz. That's the team from Shadow Ridge. And our bonus round is coming right up. Going into round 2, Clark has 50 points to Shadow Ridge's 10. Anything can happen. Got a couple of new players wanted to introduce you to. For Clark, we have one new player. It's Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Glad
Hi.
to have you here. Shadow Ridge has one new player. That's Austin. Hey, Austin.
Hi, Nick.
Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. In 1864, Abraham Lincoln's chances for re-election were considered very poor until which general captured Atlanta, Georgia? Clark, Shadman.
Sherman.
Yes. Bonus questions for Clark only. Answer the following about the 1864 election. First, who did the National Democratic Party nominate as its presidential candidate that year? Second, what key attributes did Andrew Johnson have that justified his inclusion as Lincoln's running mate?
For the first, McClellan, and for the second, he was the only Southern Democrat who did not secede.
Both are correct. You've got bonus points for Clark. Next is this question for both teams. These literary figures belong to what taxonomic order? Kala and Kerchak in Tarzan, the killer in The Murders in the Rue Morgue. We'll go with Clark. Blue?
Ape?
I don't think we can accept that. And that is an interruption with a point deduction. The third one, Curious George. Shadow Ridge, Stephen?
Chimpanzee.
No, we were looking for the primate. We asked for a specific taxonomic order. We move on to this question for both teams. Gibraltar is located near the boundary of what two great Clark, Charlie?
Spain and Morocco.
That is an that's incorrect, and an interruption. Gibraltar located near the boundary of what two great geological plates? Shadow Ridge, John?
European and African.
I believe that is incorrect. We were looking for Eurasian and African. We move on to a calculation question. A truck slows from a speed of 72 kilometers per hour to rest in 25 seconds. What is its acceleration? Repeating, a truck slows from a speed of 72 kilometers per hour to rest in 25 seconds. What is its acceleration? Clark, Shadman?
Negative 72 over 25 kilometers per hour squared.
That's incorrect. Time, we were looking for negative 0.8 meters per second. We move on. In 2019, who announced that a new settlement in the Golan Heights will be named for U.S. Clark, Ishan?
Netanyahu.
Yes, bonus questions now for Clark only. Answer the following about Israel. First, what kind of collective communities were originally based on agriculture? Second, voters elected 2 Israeli prime ministers 4 times. One was Netanyahu. Who was the other?
No, it's the first one.
David Ben-Gurion.
So for the kibbutzim and for the second Ben-Gurion. For the first kibbutzim and for the second Ben-Gurion.
Both are correct. You got bonus points. Now this question for both teams. Commentators of which sport use the following phrases? Can of corn, ducks on a pond, hanging a snowman, golden sombrero, and meatball. Clark, Ishan?
Ice hockey.
Incorrect. Shadow Ridge, John?
Golf.
Nope, that's baseball. We move on. Aside from Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, name one of the European countries with German as its official language. Clark, Ishan?
Liechtenstein.
Yes, we would have accepted Belgium or Luxembourg. Bonus questions now for Clark only. Answer the following about geography. First, what lake is located at approximately the middle of the Erie Canal? Second, on what continent is the Laurentia Craton located?
Okay, yeah, March, yeah. So
The second, what lake? No, it's probably Lake Huron. For the first, Lake Huron. For the second, North America.
North America is correct. The island is Oneida, so some bonus points. Now this question for both teams. Rhyming with phantasm and sarcasm, name the kind of superfluous writing in these lines. Gnashing of teeth, deja vu all over again, nape of the neck, and false pretense. Clark, Ishan.
Pleonasm.
Yes, bonus questions for Clark only. Answer the following about language. First, what archaic term meaning dressed or arrayed is in the first line of Edgar Allan Poe's poem El Dorado? Second, name the process by which foreign words, names, and phrases have been modified to make them easier to spell or pronounce in English.
Romanization or no?
Romanization.
There's another word for this. I'll go transliteration. What's the first one?
Anglicization.
Anglicization.
Okay,
Dressed or arrayed. For
Captain.
the first, garbed. For the second, anglicization.
Anglicization is correct. We were also looking for Bedite or Bedite, so some bonus points. Next question for both teams. Name either of the 2 prominent actresses who were arrested in 2019 as part of Operation Varsity. Clark, Ishan.
Lori Loughlin.
Yes. Bonus questions now for Clark only. Answer the following about current events. First, last year in the face of looming impeachment proceedings, Ricardo Rossello resigned his governorship of what Commonwealth? Second, more than 300 people died, hundreds more injured in coordinated terrorist attacks on Easter Sunday in which Indian Ocean nation?
For the first, Puerto Rico. For the second, Sri Lanka.
Both are correct. You got bonus points. Next is a calculation question for both teams. 4 auks have anchovies. The first has 1/10 of the anchovies. The second has 12 more than the first. The third has 1 more anchovy than the first. And the fourth has double that of the third. How many anchovies are there? Let me repeat. 4 auks have anchovies. First has 1/10 of the anchovies. The second has 12 more than the first. The third has 1 more anchovy than the first. And the fourth has double that of the third. How many anchovies are there? Did he get in time, or is that after the bell? Prior to the bell, we'll go with Clark Shadman.
120?
Pardon me?
120?
No. And so time, we were looking for 30, and I don't really care because I don't like anchovies. Speed round coming up. Going into round 3, Clark has 105 points to Shadow Ridge's 10. Anything can happen in our speed round. For Clark, we have 2 new players and a returning player. We say hi to Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
You don't need to lean in. We got you. And Siddharth, welcome. And returning player, Alex. All right, good luck to you guys. Shadow Ridge, we've got returning players and a new player. There's Jonah. Hi, Jonah. Good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Here we go. The most highly oxygenated blood is found in what veins? Shadow Ridge, Courtney?
Pulmonary vein?
Yes, points for Shadow Ridge. Next question. Rhyming with Brando and Orlando, what Italian musical term means getting softer or dying away? That's Shadow Ridge. John?
Crescendo?
No? Clark? Jacob?
Piano.
No, it's calando. You don't need to lean in, Jacob. We got you. Next question. The anti-communist hysteria of the early Cold War is named for the junior senator from which state? Clark, Charlie?
Wisconsin.
Yes. In 1887, Helen Keller first met her so-called miracle worker. Whom did she meet? Time, we're looking for Anne Sullivan. Next is a calculation question. An encoding system called ROT13 replaces each letter with the one 13 places forward in the alphabet. What is this word so encoded? N, H, X. And we don't repeat calculation questions here in the third round. Time, we were looking for AUK, A-U-K. Next question for both teams. The names of two of the largest islands in the Mediterranean begin with the letter S as in Sam. What are they? Clark, Charlie?
Sicily and Sardinia.
Yes, points for Clark. That was close. Which Soviet foreign minister negotiated the non-aggression pact with Germany in 1939? Shadow Ridge, John?
Molotov?
Yes. Franklin Roosevelt's greatest electoral victory came in 1936 when he got 98.49% of the electoral votes while defeating whom? He beat Alf Landon. During the Civil War, in what state did the first and second battles of Sabine Pass take place? That's Shadow Ridge, John?
Virginia?
No? I believe you got in time. Clark, Charlie?
South Carolina.
No, it's Texas. No points. We move on. Which U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development was also part of the team that was the first to separate twins conjoined at the cranium? Clark, Charlie?
Dr. Ben Carson.
Yes. In the United States, what kind of punishment that was banned as being cruel and unusual in Furman v. Georgia in 1972 was reinstated in 1977? Clark, Alex?
The death penalty.
I believe we can accept that. Yes, points for Clark. How many neutrons are in a carbon-14 isotope? Clark, Alex?
8.
Yes. Restate this line to include an intensive pronoun. Alex Forrest is terrifying. Shadow Ridge, Jonah?
He is terrifying.
No? Time, Alex Forrest herself is terrifying. Next question. While the Rocky Mountains are examples of fold mountains, what kind of mountains are America's? And that is Clark, Charlie?
Fault block.
Yes. The Jeremiad sermon was an important element of the Puritan faith. Please spell Jeremiad. Clark, Charlie?
G.
Well, we'll have to take that as an incorrect answer. And time, we're looking for Jeremiah, J-E-R-E-M-I-A-D. We ran out of time. Okay, a week after George Washington's army crossed the Delaware and defeated the Hessian mercenaries at Trenton, they executed a night march and captured what other New Jersey city? Clark, Jacob?
Princeton.
Yes. Next question. In the animated Texas documentary known as King of the Hill, which of Hank's friends speaks in a way understood clearly only by those who know him very well? Did he get in time? Clark, Jacob?
John.
No. They were looking for Jeff Boomhauer. You don't watch King of the Hill? That's that old hat anymore? All right. In New Netherland, the Dutch awarded large tracts of land and manorial rights to individuals. These tracts were called what kind of ships? Clark, Jacob?
Townships.
No. Shadow Ridge, John?
Overlord ships?
No, they are patron ships. Next is a calculation question. Javier Sotomayor's world record in the high jump is estimated at 8 feet 1/4 of an inch. What is the official height, which is only measured metrically? Time, we were looking for 2.45 meters. Who became president of Cuba in 2018? Clark, Charlie?
Raul Castro.
Incorrect. Time, it was Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel Bermudez. What's the meaning of the suffix in words such as aluminiferous, ferriferous, and cupriferous? Clark, Charlie?
Iron.
Incorrect. Shadow Ridge, John?
Phosphorus?
No, it was bearing or containing. The SAVAK was to Iran as what agency was to the German Democratic Republic? Time, it was the Stasi. Who commanded the United Nations and South Korean forces in the Battle of Incheon? Shadow Ridge, John?
Ban Ki-moon?
Incorrect. Clark, Charlie?
MacArthur.
Yes. What was the 47th state to join the Union? I believe he got it in time. That's Shadow Ridge, Jonah?
Nevada.
Incorrect. We had time. It's New Mexico. In 1499, what Italian in service of England perished during his second voyage to the New World? John Cabot. Legally speaking, in contrast to buildings and land, what's the term for articles of personal movable property? Is that in time? He was too late. It is chattel or chattels, and that bell signals the end of our third round. Let's find out who won. Our final score, the second semifinal match, Clark with 145 points to Shadow Ridge's 20. But let's say thank you to both teams for an excellent match. And congratulations to Clark. They're moving on to the Silver League Finals. They are going to face Coronado. There's going to be a rematch of last year's Silver League Championship game. Oh, by the way, we hope you know you can follow Varsity Quiz on social media. Our Twitter account is simply @VarsityQuiz. On Facebook, look for Kiwanis Varsity Quiz. The 51st season of Varsity Quiz continues next Monday at 7:30 right here on Vegas PBS. Good night.